This is an introduction video to the Module 4 Lab HTML, and as you go to the modules link, you'll go into click on the Module 4 Lab assignment, and you'll have two files that you'll need to download. I'm going to go ahead and download the Module 4 Lab zip folder, and I'm going to save this thing right now to the desktop, and you can save yours to anywhere in the computer or on your USB drive. But this is where I'm going to save it. I'm going to minimize this, and then here's the Module 4 Lab HTML zipped folder. You're going to right click on that, and you're going to extract all, and it will extract it the default location in the same location as this folder. Once you've unzipped it, you'll see that it comes up over here. You can open it up, and you'll see several files that I've put in here for your task. You have 3 tasks in this project, in this lab. The first task, you're going to be required to open up the picture table file, and this looks like it's going to open up in Chrome by default. We'll go ahead and open that up, and then you'll see that it looks like this. And when you're done with this task, you're going to be inserting your own pictures in here instead of this painting that I did. I'm going to minimize this, and then in this task, the step is going to require you to right click on the file while your browser, that other browser window is still open. You're going to right click on the file, and you're going to open with Notepad. That's what I'm using for this example, but you can open up in any text editor. In the task, you'll have several links that you can go to for other editors if you want to try them out. In this first task, one of the things you'll be doing right off the bat is you're going to be putting in the date. You're going to select the text there, and you're going to just put in the date, whatever it is. I'll just put it here, and then also include your name to change this in here. And of course your name will be Terry Davis. And so in this task, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be swapping out. You're going to use 2 of your own pictures, one of yourself or your family, and then one for your pet or your favorite type of animal, and you're going to put those pictures right in place of the painting 3 pictures that I have in this particular file. So I'm going to look in my folder that I have and see I have a picture of a jet, and it's a JPEG file, JPG, and I have a picture of sunset, which is a JPG file. And so if I go back to my Notepad file, I'm just going to change this name to Jet. I can't remember if it was a capital J or not. If you don't spell the file name exactly right, you're not going to see the picture. And then this one was a capital S. So once you put in your picture name, and if you have a different type of format extension, you just like PNG, you can put .png here. But the name and the extension has to be exactly the same as the file that's going to be in your folder. In the task 1, you're going to be putting 2 of your pictures in the same folder to do it. And then I'm going to do File, Save, and I'm going to go back to my original starting file here. Once you have your changes in there, you right click on the web page and you reload it, and there they are. There's the pictures that I put in here. Now you can also notice how big this is. You can actually open these pictures in Paint and then resize them and make them smaller so that when they open up they won't be as large. But that's task 1. In task 2, I'm going to go ahead and close this out. And when you're done, you just, whatever changes you made in the file, like picture table, they stay in there, and you'll be resubmitting this folder when you're all done with these 3 tasks, and I'll be viewing your changes. The next task requires you to open up the file HTML practice. So I'm going to do the same process. I'm going to open up the web page first, and you'll notice that I have a yellow background, and I have 3 text lines here in blue, green, and red. So I'm going to minimize that, and then I'm going to open this file with Notepad again, and again you can use your own editor, and then I'm going to do the changes. You type in changes here for the, and this is comments, so they don't actually show up in the page. The browser will ignore these comments right here, and so this is the format you use to create those comments. So you make those changes, and you'll see that I have 4 lines in here of different types of background colors. Now this one here is the one that's not commented out. These little exclamation points make each one of these lines a comment, so the browser ignores them. The only one that's not ignored is the one that's yellow. Now I can come in here and type a different color as well, and this, just playing around with this, and type in pink if I want to, do a file save, and then come into my browser and refresh it to see if that makes a change, or reload, and notice my change in the background of that particular page. Now if the task will require you to replace this line with an exclamation point in the beginning to comment it out, and then just choose a different line. Take the exclamation point out, file, save it, go into your browser, right click and reload it, and see what kind of change that color brought to the background. And so you would just mess around with these colors a little bit, and you can even put your own background images in there as well. And here you also have colors. These text colors can be changed. You can type in black or whatever you want to do into these colors, but when you submit this file, it should show me some editing that you did in this file. There'll be a link where you can go out and look at the different codes. Here's a hex code for a color. You'll be able to look at this web page that has the colors and pick your own codes to put in for these colors if you want. On task 3, I'm going to go ahead and close everything out here. On task 3, you're going to be asked to go to a web page and copy the code from the web page and paste it in the Notepad and make editing on it to make it your own page. Now I'm going to go in and type the web page address here. It just happens to be my web page online. And here it is right here, and what you'll be asked to do is you'll right click on the page and you're going to view the page source. This allows you to see the web HTML code in the background of the page. So when you click on that, here's the HTML code for my page on the internet. So you can copy, you can select all this code by holding down the left mouse and selecting, and then right click and copying that code. What you'll be asked to do then in task 3 is you're going to go into Notepad, right click in it and paste that code, and you'll actually be able to see this page if you do a file, save as, and then in the task you're going to be asked to name this thing task 3, and then you're going to put your name in it. And you also, this is important too, you need to make sure you have the .htm extension on this, and we're going to save this page to the desktop. But make sure you have .htm so that it actually shows up as a web page. So then you're going to save that. Now you can do some editing here. You're going to be asked to do some editing in this code. Look at this code. You're going to be asked to put your own comment in here and say, and just put your name and the date and stuff, and this is a comment here, so you can just type that right in here. You can put your name and the date, and then some places in here there'll be places where there'll be color, and you can come in and replace the color. This is a different hex code for a different color. You can come in here, you can put any color you want in here in this page, as long as you have the same amount of numbers as what it was when you first started to edit it. And so there's another color spot, but any of this text you can replace. Now stuff like this is script down here. You don't have to have this, so you can select it and delete it. And then once you've finished the page, you just, in this case, we've already saved it with the name, so I'm going to close it out. It's going to save your changes, and then you'll see that I had this page up on the desktop, and when I opened it up, here it is with my changes in the page. And you can also put your own pictures in here as well to kind of edit this page and make it your own.